Lori Mole here. This week's two-parter for The Bad Batch Season 2 was fantastic, but I really want to highlight Halle Burtoni today. So Burtoni ended up becoming one of those classic characters who is very wrong, but also right. Let me give some background. So Halle Burtoni is a hawkish Kaminoan first portrayed in the Clone Wars that angled her way onto the former Galactic Senate, representing her planet and its military corporate interests. George Lucas named her for the real-world Halle Burton Company, and in the Clone Wars, Burtoni uses her new political position to lobby for legislation that increases the need for military assets, aka clones. Clones, of course, being her planet's main source of industry. So Burtoni is not a super great person. Agitating for more war and thus more deaths for more profits isn't really a great moral or ethical position, even if Burtoni does it for the sake of her people. In a way, we're reminded of Thrawn. Thrawn never seems to be an explicitly evil person, especially in the books. He just cares about the chiss. However, his actions of aligning with the Empire means that he will see other people oppressed for the sake of his own home world. Now, I don't think Star Wars is arguing that caring for one's own home planet is inherently wrong, and this two-part episode highlights that one should care about one's own community. What it is arguing is that aligning with oppressive regimes or promoting more bloodshed isn't the way to save your people. So Burtoni was wrong to promote increased military as a way to help her people, and ultimately it doesn't do her any good or her people any good. At some point when Rampart takes over jurisdiction of Kamino, Burtoni, like Nalase, realizes that Kamino will fall and that all her efforts in the Clone Wars had been for nothing. And so Burtoni cynically remains on Coruscant and distances herself from her remaining people, becoming the worst kind of politician, the kind that no longer cares for her own constituents. But Omega's passionate defense of Kamino, a place she thinks of as home, reaches Burtoni and breaks that cynicism just a little bit for her to agree to help Chuchi take down Rampart. Sadly, however, Burtoni ended up being right about one thing. Rampart was indeed just a cog in a machine, and Burtoni should know. She's worked the political machinery for years. Taking Rampart down would achieve no true justice for Kamino, and Rampart was less important than even he thought. It's a depressing realization for Omega, but we know that ultimately hope does rule in the Star Wars galaxy, and the Empire will be taken down. So Burtoni was right at this moment in time, but we know her cynicism doesn't exactly rule the galaxy, and eventually optimism will win. Let me know what you think in the comments. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.